Good afternoon. This is Susan, and this is Susan's Ramblings. I had a subscriber ask me for cabbage recipes. It started because we were talking about dehydrating cabbage. And I have dehydrated a lot of it, and I've got a lot more to dehydrate. In fact, it's probably going in dehydrated this afternoon. But anyway, she said she had made a coleslaw recipe, and that it didn't use mayo, and she gave me the link to get the recipe. And as I suspected, it used vinegar and oil and sugar as a dressing. And she wondered if it would get soggy if she used dehydrated cabbage. She had used dehydrated everything else in it, but she had used fresh cabbage. So I said I'd try it out. Well, the first batch I rehydrated was nope, but that one didn't work at all. It get soggy, it got messy, it was horrible. Thank goodness I didn't do a whole bunch. So I sat here and I thought for a little while, and it finally dawned on me, what would happen if I put this cabbage, the dehydrated cabbage, into the vinegar and the oil and the sugar, and let it rehydrate that way. And that worked out much better. Okay? So that answers that question. Yes, it gets mushy if I dehydrate it, and I rehydrate it the way I normally do. But no, it did not get mushy if I used the vinegar and the oil and the sugar. And some of my recipes have water on them. So I kind of changed the recipe a little bit more. I added some water to it and used water and vinegar and sugar. And I didn't use the oil, and it rehydrated up perfectly. Okay. So, anyway, she wanted cabbage recipe. So here we go. Oriental salad. 1 bag of coleslaw mix. 1 sponge of green onions chopped. 2 packages of chicken ramen noodles. 2/3 cup of vegetable oil. 1/3 cup of white vinegar. 1/2 cup of sugar. Sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds, which are optional. Break the ramen noodles into small pieces. Mix the ramen noodles and the cabbage together. In a separate bowl, mix the seasoning packets from the noodles, vinegar, sugar, and the oil. Mix well. Pour the dressing over the cabbage noodle mixture. Toss well. Chill. Refrigerate at least 1 hour, or preferably overnight, to allow the noodles to soften. And before I go on any further, I remembered something I wanted to tell you about. I am having a giveaway. And the giveaway will be on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. I believe I said that's Central Time. So, in order to be eligible for the giveaway, you have to be a subscriber. And you have to go to the giveaway video and comment on it. And what I want you to comment on is this comment using the word tomato. Use any other comment you want, anything else you want in that comment. But the comment has to say tomato. And I will be giving away a $25 Visa card, 2 sets of dishcloths, which are 3 apiece, and 2 of my cookbooks. So, but you have to be a subscriber and you have to follow all those rules. Go to the giveaway video. Okay? So, now, we got that out of the way. And I said it so I don't forget it, okay? Otherwise, I'll forget it and I won't go any further. Now, another thing we were talking about that day was I told her, you know, you can freeze cucumbers. And you can freeze coleslaw. And she'd never heard of it. Doesn't surprise me any because those are old recipes, and most of the time, those old recipes, unless they're handed down to you from your families, you do not get them. So anyway, here's my frozen cucumber ones. Cucumbers peeled and sliced, a green pepper chopped, 1 cup of vinegar, 2 cups of sugar, 1/4 cup of water, 1 teaspoon of celery seed, 1 teaspoon of mustard seed, 1 tablespoon of salt. Now before you get all shook up about the salt, read the directions. Peel and slice the cucumbers. Sprinkle the salt on them. Let stand for 1 hour. Drain and rinse. Add the green peppers and mix. In a saucepan, combine the sugar, the vinegar, the water, celery seed, and the mustard seed. Bring to a boil. Boil for 1 minute. Allow to cool. Pour over your cucumber mixture and your fruit. And to serve it slightly frozen. Not completely hard, but so it still has a very good chill to it. Frozen coleslaw. Oops, sorry about that. 1 head of cabbage. 1 green pepper chopped. 1 carrot grated. 2 cups of sugar. 1 cup of vinegar. 1 teaspoon of celery seed. 1/4 cup of water. 1 tablespoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of mustard seed. Yep, see, it's basically the same recipe, except you use cabbage. You added pepper and carrots to it. Shred the cabbage. Sprinkle with salt. Let it stand for 1 hour. Drain and rinse. Add the green pepper and the carrot. Mix well. In a saucepan, combine the sugar, vinegar, water, celery seed, and mustard seed. Bring to a boil. Boil for 1 minute. Allow to cool. Pour over the cabbage mixture and freeze. And to serve it slightly frozen. Alright, here's some more go. Cabbage and potatoes. 2 tablespoons of butter. 1 onion chopped. 3 to 4 medium potatoes. Peeled and cubed it should be. 1 head of cabbage. A small head, and it's cooked, and I'm going to add this here. There we go. 3 to 4 medium potatoes, peeled and cubed. 1 head of cabbage, small head, and chop it. Melt the butter in a heavy skillet. Add your onion. Cook the onions until crispy tender. Add the potatoes, cook slightly. Add your cabbage, and yes, it's going to seem like you have a heck of a lot of cabbage, but it's going to shrink. Season as desired. Cover and cook until the veggies are done. A lot of times I will add a smoked sausage to this recipe, and it's very, very good. Okay, I guess I got some more stuff on here besides cabbage. Basic canned spaghetti sauce. I was talking about this the other day too, and somebody said I never make spaghetti sauce. Is it hard? No, it's not hard. It just takes time, okay? 2 quarts of tomato. Chopped celery, chopped onions. 3 cups of mushrooms sliced. That's optional. I don't hardly ever put mushrooms in my spaghetti sauce because I don't have mushrooms available to me most of the time. 3 garlic cloves grated. 2 cups of black olives sliced. Optional. There again, I very seldom put them in there. 2 teaspoons of crushed oregano. 1 bay leaf. 1 tablespoon of salt. 1 tablespoon of sugar. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Optional. 1 tablespoon of dried parsley. 1 tablespoon of celery leaves minced. 1 cup of tomato paste, and 2 cups of water. By the way, with the mushrooms and the black olives, if I want them in my sauce, I will add them as I'm warming up my sauce before I add them to the spaghetti. Okay? Combine all the ingredients in a large stainless steel kettle. Simmer for 2 hours, stirring frequently until you have the right consistency of sweets. See, it doesn't take much time to put it together, but it takes a while before it's actually done because of your simmering time. Simmer for 2 hours, stirring frequently until the right consistency is reached. Ladle in the hot, sterilized jars. Pint jars is what I use. leave 1.5 inch headspace, and then you process in a boiling bath water for 30 minutes, okay? Some people want, since we add the other vegetables to the tomatoes, the celery and the onions, mushrooms and so forth, then they pressure can it. I usually just water bath it, and I've had no problem with it. But if you want to be safe and do the approved method, it would be pressure can it for 20 minutes, okay? 20 minutes. It's at, I think 10 pounds, whatever it is. Whatever it is for your altitude, there we go. Can't think sometimes, okay? Here's another canning one. 2 olive Pico Gallo. 1 large jar of green olives sliced. 2 cups of black olives sliced. And Ashley and Amy of Modern Midlife Misadventures, I can just see you liking this one. 2 onions chopped. 10 Roma tomatoes diced. 1/4 cup of lemon juice. 1/4 cup of lime juice. 1 small bunch of fresh cilantro, leafy parts only, chopped very, very finely. Garlic powder to taste. Onion powder to taste. Cumin to taste. Add the spices a little at a time to get the desired flavor. Combine all the ingredients and mix together well. Water bath for 10 minutes. It says when serving, add a diced avocado if desired. Serve as a dip or as a topping on a favorite taco. Wouldn't that be great on a taco? Yeah, with sour cream and everything else? Oh yeah. This is slipped in there. This is what I'm having for supper today night, people. 1 cup of Heloise tuna casserole. 1 cup of cracker crumbs. 1 can of cream of celery soup. 1 can of tuna. 2 slightly beaten eggs. Mix all the ingredients together. Put in a greased loaf pan. Bake at 350 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. And I'm going to have cream peas and mashed potatoes with it. And I don't know, maybe a salad. Boy, I got a combination of everything here, don't I? Frankfurter noodles. 1 small onion chopped. 1/4 cup of butter or margarine. 1 15-ounce can of tomatoes. 4 ounces of white noodles. 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. 4 Frankfurters hot dogs, cut into 1-inch pieces. 1/2 cup grated American processed cheese, and salt and pepper to taste. Add onions. Cook onions in the butter for 5 minutes. Add the tomatoes, noodles, and brown sugar. Mix thoroughly. Bring to a boil and simmer uncovered for 20 minutes, stirring frequently. Add the remaining ingredients and heat thoroughly. Cabbage and pepper slaw. The World War II recipe. 1 large head of cabbage. 1 cup of vinegar. 3 medium green peppers. 1 cup of warm water to dissolve the sugar, and 1 cup of sugar. Grate the cabbage and the peppers into a large bowl. Combine the other ingredients into a small bowl. Stir until the sugar is dissolved. Pour over the cabbage and the peppers. Mix well. Chill until ready to serve. Water coleslaw. By the way, these cabbage recipes are recipes that I use all the time, okay? Depending on what I want and what I'm serving that day. 1 red apple chopped. 1 20-ounce can of pineapple chunks drained. 6 cups of shredded cabbage. 1 cup of red grapes halved. 1 cup of sour cream. 1 tablespoon of sugar. 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1/3 cup nuts chopped. no, and lemon juice for your apple to prevent browning. Sprinkle lemon juice over the chopped apple. Combine the apple, the chopped cabbage, pineapple, and grapes in a large bowl. Toss slightly. Combine the sour cream, sugar, and the 1 teaspoon lemon juice in a small bowl. Mix well. Pour the sour cream mixture over the cabbage mixture. Toss until all the veggies are well coated. Cover and chill. Sprinkle with chopped nuts before serving if desired. German skillet dinner uses cabbage, but cabbage is used as made in the sauerkraut. 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 14-ounce can of sauerkraut undrained, 2 to 3 cups of uncooked rice, 1 onion sliced, 1 pound of hamburger, 1½ teaspoons of salt and pepper to taste, 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Brown the hamburger and onion in the butter. Add remaining ingredients and mix well. Pour into a greased casserole dish and bake at 350 degrees for 1 hour. I don't know how, that's a Polish name. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, okay? But it's good. 1 head of cabbage. We usually say noodles and cabbage and noodles. 1 head of cabbage, 1 onion diced, 1/4 cup of water, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, 1 stick of butter divided, 1 package of egg noodles. Put 2 tablespoons of butter in the pan and melt. Add the onion to the butter. Cook until translucent. Cut the cabbage. Add the cabbage to the onion. Add the water to the pan. Cook and cover for 10 minutes or until the cabbage begins to soften. Add 2 tablespoons of butter to the pan. Add 1 tablespoon of minced garlic to the cabbage. Cook the noodles according to package directions. Drain. Add 4 tablespoons of butter to hot noodles. Add the noodles to the cabbage and serve hot. You can serve it with sauerkraut or with sour cream or with applesauce. Applesauce is a good one. Okay, got a ways to go here yet. I didn't realize I put these tomato things in here, but since most of us are working with tomatoes, and by the way, there is going to be a tomato shortage because of the drought in California. Okay, so stock up on your tomatoes too. Yeah, okay. If you can't get fresh tomatoes and you want to make some of this stuff, get these big number 10 cans of tomatoes and make your own spaghetti sauce. Make your own tomato soup. Make your own ketchup. Yeah, have some of them in hand. I recan it because those cans, I recan it in the glass jars because those cans with tomatoes may not last very long. The cans would burst on you, although I've never had tomato ones burst them, but they do get a metallic taste at times. Pineapple bursts all the time on me now. I have no idea why, but it does, and so, yeah. But tomato soup, get your number 10 cans of tomatoes, okay? They're probably easier to find right now, and they will be probably cheaper than anything else you can find right now. So, and then put them aside, and when it slows down a little bit, recan them, or make your soup, or make your spaghetti sauce, or so forth. I have several cans in my pantry, and I'm going to make soup out of them. I was going to make spaghetti sauce out of them, too. So, anyway, 1936 fresh tomato soup. This is the question. 1 pack, which is 1/4 bushel of fresh tomatoes, 1 bunch of celery chopped, 7 onions chopped, 8 green peppers chopped, 14 bay leaves, 14 whole cloves, 14 sprigs of parsley chopped, 1½ cups of flour, 1/2 cup butter, or 1/2 pound butter, 3 tablespoons of salt, Put tomatoes, celery, onions, and green pepper in a food processor. Chop coarsely. Tie the bay leaves and the cloves in a muslin bag or a cheesecloth. Mince the parsley. Combine all ingredients into a large stock pan. Heat to simmer. Melt the butter in a skillet. Add flour and salt. Cook the raw flour flavor out 1 or 2 minutes. Add some of the tomato liquid to make a slurry. To make a slurry. Add slurry to the cooked tomato mixture to thicken it. Ladle in the jars and water bath it for 20 to 30 minutes. That means a full rolling boil. Tomato salsa. 1 number 10 can whole tomatoes undrained. 3/4 cup of white vinegar. 1 1/2 large onions chopped. 1 1/2 tablespoons of salt. 3 garlic cloves minced or 4 teaspoons of garlic powder. 8 to 10 jalapeno peppers, seeded and chopped. 2 teaspoons of red chili flakes. Cut, or to desired taste, you should have chili flakes. 1 1/2 tablespoons of crushed dried oregano. 1/3 cup of cilantro, optional. 2 1/4 tablespoons of chili powder. Chop the tomatoes with a food processor a little at a time. Place the chopped tomatoes in a stock pan. Add the vinegar, chopped onions, salt, minced garlic, minced jalapenos, red pepper flakes, oregano, and chili powder. Add your cilantro, salad. Mix well. Allow the mixture to set for 30 minutes. Bring the tomatoes to a boil, stirring constantly. Simmer for 10 minutes. Ladle into hot, sterilized jars and water bath for 30 minutes at a full rolling boil. What else we got? Sausage, cabbage, and vegetable soup. We're back to cabbage again. 2 1/2 pounds of Italian sausage cut into chunks. 1 head of cabbage sliced thin. 3/4 cup of carrots sliced. 5 garlic cloves chopped. 1 1/2 cups of apple juice. 3 Granny Smith apples peeled and chopped. 4 tablespoons of vinegar. 3 tomatoes peeled and chopped. Salt and pepper to taste. Put all ingredients in a large stock pan. Bring to a boil. Reduce heat. Simmer for 15 minutes. Ladle in the jars with 1-inch headspace. The pressure cooked pint, 75 minutes. Pressure cooked quarts, 90 minutes. Guess that's it. Oh, I thought I had more. I thought I had some more. I guess I had them all. Okay, that's it. For 25 minutes, I think maybe that better be it. Okay, I hope you enjoy these. LG. Yeah, LG. I hope you enjoy these cabbage recipes. I hope the rest of you enjoy some of the tomatoes and so forth. Remember, tomatoes are going to be in short supply, so are potatoes. So sugar, flour, just about anything we want to eat is going to be in short supply this year. Okay? So, prep up. And we'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Bye-bye.